thousands of Russians fled Russia since the 24th of February 2022. And many more thousands of people are yet to leave the country in the nearest future. And that looks like a new wave of migrations from Russia. However, this migration wave is not the first one and not the second. This massive fleeing of Russians is actually the sixth migration wave in the last 100 years, when Bolsheviks take over the power in the country. However, emigration from Russia started long before the Bolsheviks. Hello my dear friends, I'm Ksenia. Welcome to my channel St.Petersburg-me, and today we are speaking about migrants from the Russian Empire and how they changed America. Let's start. It all started in the 19th century, when pogroms of Jews started in the Russian Empire. If you don't know what pogrom is, I will explain it to you shortly. Pogrom is a violent riot aimed at expelling or even killing of a certain ethnic or religious group. Thus, many Jew families took a decision to leave the Russian Empire, and the destination of the most families was the United States of America. And what if I tell you that those migrants changed America for the better? I think all of you are familiar with these brands, right? But do you know that all of them were created by migrants from the Russian Empire? Okay, let's dive into history of all of them. I think this logo is one of the most famous in the world, and one of the founders of the company was a migrant from the Russian Empire. His name was Lazarus Meyer. He was born in Minsk in 1884. Some resources say he was born in Kiev, so we don't know for sure. When he was 3, his family moved to the US because they were afraid that pogroms could happen in their city. In America, Lazarus was given a new name, Louis. When he grew up, he started 2 movie companies, Metro Pictures and Louis B. Mayer Pictures. In 1924, his 2 movie companies merged with another movie company and made Metro Goldwin Mayer, and became the monopolist in Hollywood. Another company which is closely connected to Hollywood is Max Factor. It is a cosmetics brand which is known in the whole world, and yes, the founder was a migrant from the Russian Empire. His name was Maximilian Faktorovich. He was born in the outskirts of the Russian Empire in Lodz, which is now a big city in Poland. When he was 13, Maximilian became a student of a famous hairdresser from Berlin. At the age of 14, he went to Moscow and became an assistant to makeup artist at the Bolshoi Theater. After he served at the army, he started his own makeup production in Ryazan, where he met a theater group. Later, he decides to move to St. Petersburg and starts working at the Opera House, which was making performances for Nicholas II. Later, he started working with the emperor's family as a cosmetics specialist. And in 1904, he moved to the US, again because anti-Jewish attitude was growing in the Russian Empire. After he moved to the US, he shortened his name to Max Factor and moved to Los Angeles, where he started working with Hollywood companies. He created images for Marlene Dietrich, Greta Garbo, and Ava Gardner. Charlie Chaplin was absolutely excited about his stage makeup and used it in his movies. Max Factor also got an Oscar for film industry improvements. Today we all know Max Factor as a cosmetics brand, which I think many women use every day. I refer to those people as migrants from the Russian Empire, not the migrants from Belarus, Ukraine, or Poland, just because technically, geographically, those countries at that time belonged to the Russian Empire, and my dear friends, Technically, historically, they were the representatives of the Russian Empire at that time. My dear friends, if you like this type of videos, please give it a like. And if you want to know more about the waves of migration from Russia and the USSR, let's have a challenge. Let's collect 1,000 likes on this video and I will make another video on migration from the USSR. And now let's talk about one of the symbols of New York, which is known for everybody who visited the city at least once. And you know, this symbol is also known for people like me who have never been to New York City and America too. So we will be talking about Yellow Cab Taxi. And yes, the company which manufactured these cabs was founded by a Russian migrant. Zalman Tamarkin was born to a Jewish family in Smolensk in 1893. In 1912, he moved to the US and changed his name for Morris Markin. With the time, Morris opened a clothes factory, which was quite successful and earned a lot of money. However, later he realized that the future was in the car industry. He bought several automobile construction companies and founded Checker Motor Corporation. And in 1922, Morris opens Checker Cab Manufacturing Company and starts making cabs for American cities, including New York. The next brand is also famous throughout the world. It's Timberland. Its founder was a migrant from Odessa, Nathan Schwartz. He was born in 1902 to a family of poor shoemakers. Before the Second World War, his family emigrated to the USA. There, Nathan started studying shoemaker's craft. By 1952, he managed to save enough money to buy 50% of shares of Abington Shoe Company. Later, he gave it a new name, Timberland. And the rest? You know the rest. Shoes are good, success is great, everything is fine. And the next fact is a bonus to you guys, because it isn't connected to America. The Russian migrant from the next story went to France. And maybe you already have some suggestions what significant things he managed to do in this country. Okay, I will show you this picture. Yes, my dear friends, Chanel No. 5 fragrance was created by an immigrant from the Russian Empire. His name was Ernest Beau. He was born in Moscow in 1882. After he serves in the army, he decides to move to France in 1919. There, he starts working at the Cherie Cosmetics company, and soon he realizes that there are no opportunities for his career promotion. In 1920, he asks his friend, Lord Dmitry Pavlovich, to help him. This Lord Dmitry Pavlovich introduces him to Coco Chanel, and Ernest creates several samples of fragrances for Coco. Can you imagine that? Wow! From all the sample bottles, she chooses bottle number 5. In 1921, the first 100 bottles of Chanel No. 5 were produced, and Coco gave them as a Christmas present to rich and famous people of France. Do I have to mention that the success was overwhelming? Of course it was. That bottle became a symbol of perfume industry and is known throughout the world. So my dear friends, that is all for today. And as you can see, those people who migrated from the Russian Empire were extremely talented, and they changed your countries, particularly America and France, for the better. And many things, many symbols are now known because of them. And the people from the new migration wave from Russia, which is happening now, of course will bring benefits to the countries which they chosen as their new home. So my dear friends, if you want me to make a video about the migration waves that occurred in the USSR, those 5 migration waves, please give you a thumbs up, and if we will made it to 1000 likes, I will make a new video. So my dear friends, thank you for watching, thank you for being with me, and see you in the next video. Bye!